Good evening. Today I'll be presenting Warren Harding's inaugural address, March 4th, 1921. My countrymen, when one surveys the world about him after the great storm, noting the marks of destruction and yet rejoicing in the ruggedness of the things which withstood it, if he has in an American, he breathes the undeclarified atmosphere with a strange wrinkling of regret. And we have seen a world of passion sent in its fury, but we contemplate our republic unshaken and hold our civilization secure. Liberty, liberty within the law, and civilization are inseparable. And though both were threatened, we find them now secure. And there comes to Americans the profound assurance that our representative government is the highest expression of and surest guarantee of both. The recorded progress of our republics, materially and spiritually, in itself proves the wisdom of the inherited policy of non involvement in old world affairs. Confident of our ability to work out our own destiny and jealousy guarding our rights to do so, we seek no part in directing the destinies of the old world. We don't mean to be entangled. We'll accept no responsibilities except as our own conscience and judgment in each instance may determine. Our eyes never will be blind to a developing menace. Our ears never deal deaf to the call of civilization. We recognize the new order of the world with the closer contact with which progress has wrought. We sense the call of the human heart to fellowship, fraternity, and cooperation. We crave friendship and harbor no hail. But America, our America, the America built on the foundation led by the inspired fathers, can be a party to no permanent military alliance. I'm sure that our own people will not misunderstand, nor will the world misconstrue. We have no thought to impede the path to closer relationship. We wish to promote understanding. We want to do our part in making offensive warfare so hateful that governments and people who resort to it must prove the righteousness of their cause or stand as outlaw before the bar of civilization. Today, better than ever before, we know the aspirations of humankind and share them. We have come to a new realization of our place in the world and a new appraisal of our nation by the world. The unselfish of the United States is a thing proven, or our devotion to peace for ourselves and for the world is well established. Our concern for preserved civilization has had its impassioned and heroic expression. America is ready to encourage, ready to eager to initiate, anxious to participate in our seemly program like to a lessen the probability of war and promote the brotherhood of mankind and which must be God's highest conception of human relationship. Because we cherish ideals of justice and peace, because we appraise international committee and helpful relationships no less highly than any people of the world, we aspire to a high place in the moral leadership of civilization, and we hold a highly maintained America, the proven republic, the unshaken temple of representative democracy, to be not only an inspiration an example but the highest agency of strengthening goodwill and promoting accord on both continents. We must understand that ties of trade and bind nations in a close intimacy, and none may receive except as he gives. We have not strengthened our in accordance with our resources or our genius, notably on our own continent, where a galaxy of republics reflect the glory of new world democracy. But in the new order of finance and trade, we mean to promote enlarged activities and seek expanded confidence. Let me speak to the maimed and wounded soldiers who are present today and through them convey to their comrades the gratitude of the Republic for the sacrifices in its defense. Our generous country will never forget the services you've rendered, and you may hope for a policy under the government that will relieve any maimed successors from taking your place on another such occasion as this. Out of such universal service will come a new unity of spirit and purpose, a new confidence and consecration, which will make our defense impregnable, our triumph assured. Then we should little or no disorganization of our economic, industrial, and commercial system at home. No staggering war debt, no swollen fortunes to flout the sacrifices of our soldiers, no excuse for sedition, no pitiable slackism, no outrage of treason. Envy and jealousy would have no suit and no soil for their menacing development, and revolution would be without the passion which engenders it. Our regret for the mistakes of yesterday must not, however, blind us to the task of today. War never left such an aftermath. There has been staggering loss of life and measureless wastage of materials. Nations are still groping for return to stable means. Discouraging indebtedness confronts us like the war-torn nations, and these obligations must be provided for. No civilization can survive repudiation. The forward course of the business cycle is unmistakable. People are people are turning from destruction to production. Industries have sensed the change or the order of, and our own people are turning to resume their normalcy onward way. The call is for productive America to go on. I know that Congress and the administrations will favor every wise government policy to aid the resumption and encourage continued progress. With the nationwide induction of womanhood into the political life, we may count upon her intuition, her refinement, her intelligence, and her influence to exalt the social order. We count upon her exercise of the full privileges and the performance of her duties of citizenship to speed the attainment of the highest state. I had rather submit our industrial controversies to the conference table in advance than a settlement table after conflicting and suffering. The earth is thirsting for a cup of goodwill, understanding in its fountain source. I would like to acclaim an era of good feeling and dependable prosperity and all the blessing which attained. There is no shortcut for making these ideals into glad ideal realities. The world has witnessed again and again the futility and the mischief of ill considered remedies of social and economic or disorder. But we are mindful today that never before the frictions of modern industrialism, and we must learn its causes and reduce its evil consequences by sober and tested methods. Where genius has come made for great possibilities, justice and happiness must reflect in great common welfare. I accept my part with single-mindedness of purpose and humility of spirit, and implore the favor and guidance of God in His heaven. With these, I am unafraid. My confidence faces the future. I have taken the solemn oath of office, that passage of Holy Will, wherein it is asked, "What doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God?" This I plight to God and country. Thank you and good night.